Yeah. Check it out. Really pressing for the drama you kept up. We wouldn't be in this situation. Oh, yeah. I want you. Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it rockin'. You was lost in the night. That's what happened. That's what happened. You was poppin'. Different ways you can share others' action. I can't fuck with that. Put that magic. Wait. Lots of ways, different days. All that symbolism shit. All that symbolism shit. Y'all afraid of. But now me, check. I need $1 million, check. Fuck that, check. Yes, cross check. Fuck out, bounce, all pilots, bitch. Take the trips, nigga. I might take your bitch. Cause I'm rich. You see me looking fit. Cause some rips, smoking even Ninja Turtles over the hurdles. And I ain't talking track star, I'm a natural star. Word up, fly up. I'm the new BCE, easy jet straight out of a flight. Homegirl, spend the motherfucking night. I'ma show you life, cause all your extra shit you right. I'ma show you that. Put the star on my magic compass, better get the focus from the floor. Cause you ratchet love to saying love to others. Hit your ass, text and heart, and laugh. You don't even have to tell him you moved on. Trust the plan is gone. We already high up in the sky with no marriage. You thinking about marrying you, hoping you just be good high. And that's how you do. Like say I'm just upset. Worse that they missing you too. That they telling you I'm just all up you good. No other class you good. Just obsessed with you. I'm just obsessed with you. I love you, love. I love you, love. You know it. I be chillin' in my palace. God call me, I be on it. Yeah, nigga, I make classics. That's cause I know magic. All energy is good. Transmitting extra shit. Far walk across the world. I'm making money like a strip. Pause. You be giving me private shows. And she's spiritual, yeah, it shows. It made me think why she let you on. She play with demons, that's my boo, she on. She a witch, too. Better in a 3 times 4 comes of food. Lift your 5 tasks, then 6 comes of dick. 7 damn shit with your bitch, got me moving. Honestly, my nigga, just gotta say, that bitch my jazz, baby. Real shit. Like a damn, I'm on. Let's get it. Check it. Turn. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Jet Spark Star Pilot Muffin. Let's make sure we live and direct the volume real quick. Check. We good. But yeah. So anyway, with that being said, it's kind of like this in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You got Sun and Gemini, Moon and Libra, and it's not gonna be there. Not gonna be that for a while because you know the moon's about to enter Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Scorpion. You know what I'm saying? Scorpion King. You know what I'm saying? The moon's about to enter Scorpio. So this is just gonna be for a while till we gonna have it. Just I say we got about until tomorrow morning. I say about that tomorrow morning, and then we'll be in Scorpio to the moon. But as of right now, the moon's in Libra. With the moon being in Libra, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like this, you know what I'm saying? A relatable associations, or will they be live and direct? Will your relatable associations be live and direct? AKA, do you know how to relate with the associates you have right now, and you make it be based on whatever you got going on for your direct energy. You know what I'm saying? Not that there's any planets in direct right now, but it's kind of like you still gotta be direct in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, and just by saying that, you know what I'm saying, you can actually agree to disagree with us, family, friends, family, places of friends too. You can agree to disagree with people too. You don't have to agree with them all the time. You can play the gift for gab, play the gift for gab. So you can be in energies where relating to people, right? You got better ways in how you can relate with them. You know what I'm saying? You have better ways. You don't gotta always agree or disagree with them. You just be neutral. You know what I'm saying? You just be like you play dumb. You know what I'm saying? You can do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You can be sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? You can do a lot of shit, but just as long as you have in your heart that you know what's the right area where that shit will go towards and go to. So you don't got to go play uh what's it called? What's that thing I'm looking for? Play what's that play catch up, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta play catch up, you know what I'm saying? Especially with Saturn being in Pisces, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a time where with Saturn being in Pisces, I should name this Saturn being in Pisces too, but I'm gonna break that down here too. With Saturn being in Pisces, it's gonna be like this, you know what I'm saying? Saying like the like we gotta be in places where we know how to be mutable and know how to be mutable with the things we have right now. You know what I'm saying? We gotta know how to be mutable with the things we have right now. We gotta know how to be mutable with the things we have in any area in our life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be mutable in any sense, let it be mutable in a sense of reality. You know what I'm saying? But it's not always gonna be reality because Saturn is gonna be the reality of it. The mutable aspect is gonna be the Pisces allegory of it. So Neptune energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like that in a way. You know. So how you gonna be? How's it gonna be like that? Without being practical in the sense too. So you still gotta be stable and firm. You know what I'm saying? But you still gotta know how to be like relatable in a Piscean like way. So that's those like the outer planets. You know what I'm saying? Saturn's one of the outer planets. Neptune. You know what I'm saying? One of the outer planets. So Saturn, Neptune. With that being said, since Saturn is in the Neptune sign, uh, well, one of Neptune sign, it's gonna be pushing that energy too with that sense of reality. So it's gonna be pushing that energy too with the water elements too. So that we kind of call those the father planets. You know what I'm saying? You know, we can call those we like in astrology we like to call those the father planets, the grandma planets, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Neptune would be, I think it would be the grandma. Uh, Saturn would be the grandpa. I think what was it again? And Uranus will be I think the kid or some shit like that if I'm correct. But however it goes, it's gonna be like that in a sense. You don't have know how you don't have to learn how to be in that kind of energy because those are the outer planets. You know, so with Uranus being in Taurus too, that don't make any better too. So we got that going forward too. So it's gonna be like we got a lot of Pisces energy. So it's gonna be there for a long ass time too. So with that being said, it's gonna be like how's it gonna be? How's it gonna be like? How are we gonna have any creative goal gifts and goals if you're not gonna be on our shit? If you're not gonna be on our one to one, you know, so we gotta be on our one to one. We gotta be on our shit. Because if we're on our shit, then we know what the fuck we're doing. You know what I'm saying? With shit like that. So that's kind of like the sense and out the sense there too. You know what I'm saying? So let me put this right here. You know what I'm saying? So and we also got a yeah, I broke down Jupiter and Taurus my last live stream, but I can still break it down. Jupiter and Taurus, Jupiter and Taurus, Neptune and Pisces. You know what I'm saying? so, so Jupiter and Taurus, Neptune and Pisces. It's gonna uh, be coming together with creative goals, but relaying that with immutable aspect in a sense. So coming together would be you coming as is, you coming for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then the Neptune and Pisces would be coming with a bunch of other people. So don't be like be in the energy where you can be with a lot of people where you're doing that energy too. So whatever you're doing with the Jupiterian Taurus energy, you have to relate it with the Neptune too, with the Neptune and Pisces. So Neptune and Pisces is going to enhance that too and relate that with everybody else. So however you do that in this way, you want to make sure you got a sense of how you can respond to that. You know what I'm saying? Respond to that, correspond with that shit too. So you got to correspond with people, places, and things too, and associates and strangers and all that types of shit. So you know how to get, so you know what the fuck you're doing with that energy too. You know what I'm saying? And then the Sun in Gemini, and the Sun in Gemini, you know what I'm saying? Moon in Libra. So Sun in Gemini, Moon in Libra. Sun in Gemini is gonna be, like I said, Sun in Gemini is gonna be pushing us to like, especially if we haven't been on our shit, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't been doing anything, like it's okay as of now because we're still in spring. If you haven't been doing too much shit, if you haven't been out doing your little too much shit, but once it hits the summer, once that's Cancer. If you're not doing, if you're not outside, if you're not doing shit, if you're not getting your gifts and talents and creative goals outside and spreading it out, coordinating that, creating new ways of how people can relate with your little light of yours, then you do something wrong. As now Gemini is going to be like it's going to be in a break point where it's in the middle of that, so it's right next to it. So it's going to be pushing. It's going to be an energy where we're going to have to be come. We're going to have to about to be pushing forward that energy, about to push forward that energy as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? So when you push that energy as soon as possible, we got energies of where we can. It's like we're charging shit up. And when you're charging shit up, you got better ways you can charge your tools and accessories and your gadgets and your all that shit. So when you're charging shit up, you got things on how you can relate with that. You know, so relate with that energy and shit like that. So you don't gotta feel like you're doing something in the wrong. You're doing some weird shit. Now you're in a sense of where you know what the fuck you're doing. So you don't gotta feel like, oh, it's this and that and that and this. But it's like, but you want to make sure you know what the fuck you're doing first. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be all over the place as of right now. You know what I'm saying? You want to be make sure that your energy is aware. You know what the fuck you're doing with that energy first. So when you're charging shit up and you got your shit going on, now in a sense of where you got your thing going on. You got your power level going up. It's kind of like Mario when you power up. When you get the star. You know, Mario gets the star. He's untouchable. He's unfuckable. Motherfucker just walks across him, runs across him. Same with Sonic when he gets that when the light and he finds the light, he's untouchable. You know, so same with it's kind of like allegory. You know, what I'm saying finding your mind, understanding the mind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you know how to relate the shit with the real world. So you know how to relate shit with life. So it's kind of like that in a sense. However you know how to find your mind state, the proper mind state to bed into itself, like AKA which will be the sun and Gemini. Sun and shine in Gemini will be pushing us to relate whatever the mind shit we got going on, relate that, but don't be too much out there because we got a lot of air with Sun and Gemini, Moon and Libra. So know how to hold in some, know how to exhale out some, know how to hold in some and out a couple. You know, it's kind of it's like kind of like say less, talk more. Whatever how that heard that saying goes, say less, talk more. It's kind of like that. Be not, or if I probably made that up, but that's a real thing. Say less, talk more, and that all that means is when you say less, it's like you know what to say. When you talk more, when you get all the gifts and talents in your mind, you know what to say. You talk a lot, you know what the fuck to say. That's kind of like the energy we want to be pushing us to say less, talk more. So with that being said, Moon and Libra is going to be pushing us. Gemini will be to say less. Libra will be to talk more in a sense. So it's going to be like that. So however however that comes into your life, however you took that message for you, know how to relate and understand that within yourself. So you know how to you know what the fuck you're doing with that message. You know what I'm saying? Message. You know what I'm saying? But so it's kind of like that in a sense. If you know how to relate that with the external life, you know how to relate that with the world. You know how to initiate yourself and create new ways how to like do shit in general. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what we want to be in a sense of. We want to be in energies like that. We know what the fuck we're doing. We know what the fuck we're initiating. We know what the fuck we're creating and shit like that. We don't gotta get confused and lost and shit like that. We know what the fuck we're doing. So it's kind of like whatever we're doing right now. Give me a second, y'all. Someone's calling me right now. Let me text this motherfucker. All right. So yeah, so it's gonna be like that in a sense. Whatever you know how to relate the message, know how that broadcasts in your mind. So whatever you got going on, how that's gonna be pushing for your one to one. You know what I'm saying? You know how that's gonna be pushing for your reality and shit like that. So whatever message you got in your mind, you know how to relate that and create that and shit like that and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But uh yeah, I lost lose my point. I'm saying. saying, but you know what I'm saying. With that being said, it's kind of like that in a sense. You know what I'm saying. Whatever you got going on, and you can relate that, and you can, you don't gotta ponder on too much shit. And the things you do ponder on, it can derive into reality and making sense. Then you should be always in that sense of energy. So you like, you know, shit like that. You got better ways. Like it's you know what I'm saying. It's like it's kind of like doing shit with your spaceship, putting rims in your spaceship, clean your shit up, doing certain shit up, doing things like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to know shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get lost. You don't get none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to understand shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so it's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. But anyway, with that being said, I'm a I got to do something right now. So I'm gonna stay on for y'all for 5 more minutes. But I'm doing something beyond. But anyway, we don't talk too much about that. But yeah, shit like that. So it's like, uh, yeah. Without that being said, it's kind of like, yeah, just be on your shit, y'all. Just don't, you know what I'm saying, don't feel like, don't be on some on weirdo shit as of now. You know, so you want to be on your shit. So you got things going on, you got things you can attribute yourself, and then you got better ways not to attribute your spaceship and put rid of your spaceship and clean up your spaceship. And then you got room for people to come in. You ain't got no, ain't no, you know what I'm saying, small tiny ass spaceship that you can barely fit in, and you can't, you can barely put your foot inside it. You want a spaceship to be nice big old spaceship. You can fly that whole, and then you can do whatever the fuck you need in that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of space in that shit. You know, you can fit whole a whole world in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, because the world is your mind. And when your mind bends into itself, creates the organs. This will be the walk. This will be the spaceship right here. This will be your spaceship. So the best, you know how to relate your spaceship and know how to attribute your spaceship. You know how to contribute with the world and shit like that. So you don't gotta feel like, oh, it's this and that, but you understand what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's just that in a sense. You know what I'm saying? But back to alignments. You know what I'm saying? We got Mars and Leo too. So Mars and Leo is gonna be passionate about our whatever motivates us. So it's gonna be passionate about whatever motivates us, and the spotlight attention on that too. So you don't get spotlight attention on what motivates you and what's passionate to you and shit like that. So it's gonna be like that. How what's gonna be passionate to you and motivate you in the sense of where you can know, okay, whatever I'm doing is right or wrong or this and that. However I'm doing is gonna be this and that and that and this. I'm gonna do it like this, but I don't care how people see me, because nigga, it's in Leo. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like shit like that. So however, whatever motivates you and then pushes you to do certain shit, you got better ways. You can push that shit within yourself. So you got that internal fire within you, that internal fire. You know how to boom push it out and make scenes, be seen as the attention for it. But that's not gonna be a good thing a lot of times, especially if you have these in certain houses. You know what I'm saying? But see, the best you know how to attribute these houses, you know how to attribute yourself. So you don't gotta get lost in this shit. You just know how to do your shit. You know how to do your 1-to-1. So you don't gotta get lost in that bitch. But you know what I'm saying? However you're doing it, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got better ways. You can fly that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fly that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fly that spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Because all these planets, see all these planets, these chakras, like a mind, like a spaceship, and best you know how to fly these bitches. That's kind of like all you need. It's all you really need to know. See all these planets, all these shits like a spaceship. So you got different spaceships, different sectors you can go to in different locations. But not, you know, these are not sectors, but you can see them as these. You can see them as these. So when you start to ponder, not ponder, but when you start to get within these things and understand these things, you see these things as like different sectors, and then the spaceship, and then you flying out, and then the sun will be like, you know, it's weird. You gotta know how to see these things like that. But when you know how to see these things like that, it's different ways how you can attribute your spaceship and things like that, and things, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. But I'm gonna go with 1 more minute with y'all, because I gotta do something uh after this. But yeah. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Without that being said, it's kind of like whatever we got going on. I ain't people knows y'all did this. Goddamn, I don't want y'all. But yeah, but whatever we got going on, you know what I'm saying. Make sure we got things that we're doing that's for God. You know what I'm saying. You gotta do shit for God. Period. You know what I'm saying. You know, everything you're doing is better do that shit for God. Because if you're not doing it for God, then what are you doing it for? You know what I'm saying. And this universe is low key sketchy. You know, universe Lucifer, this shit is sketchy. So when you start to understand the universe, you understand there's a collection of all our thoughts, all our thoughts and feelings. But when you understand that these your thoughts and feelings, I mean, the universe, especially though they don't want to see spiritual people win because they see spiritual people as not from this world. No pun intended, because we're not from this world. So when we coming down in this world and try to relate and connect with this world, it just seen as all types of proposals and misdirected and shit like that and things of that nature. So it's kind of like not seeing the right way as of us, spiritual people like us, God's children. That's how we see it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm God's child, and I'm letting you know that's how it's seen right now. So you gotta understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep and shit like that in the spiritual natures. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you just gotta realize shit, understand shit for itself, and understand that nigga, we all in this, we all understand, we all gotta understand how to do this shit right and correctly in the right ways and how to firmly understand the situations we're in and shit like that. So we don't gotta get lost in the La La Land because there's all types of places in La La Land you can get lost in and shit like that. You don't want to get lost in La La Land, you know. You don't want to get lost in La La Land. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't know what the fuck you're doing up there, you just in La La Land just to be in La La Land. You fuck around, see Michael Jackson with Koala and talking to it, and it's his best friend and shit. Oh hell, you went deep in La La Land. So you don't want to be in shit like that. You want to be understand. You want to be in places where you know how what you're directing, you know what the fuck you're doing and shit like that. You want to be in places like that. So it's gonna be situations where you gotta know and understand shit like that and you say behind closed doors and shit like that. So you got things going on for yourself. So it's kind of like that in a way. And you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be that just that energies in a sense. So we understand these things for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You just understand shit by you just understand shit on its own. So you don't gotta get confused and get understand why is this shit going on in my life? Why is this happening in my life? Why is this and that? You understand, oh shit, it's just because of this. So I understand what you understand the universe, you understand, okay, I understand what's going on, and then you understand how to relate these things with life and shit like that and things like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying, be in a sense of where you know that however you're doing this shit with the universe, you want to make sure that you just treating this shit just like you just at this point you gotta treat it like you know about these things, you know about shit like that, so you don't gotta get confused. You know what I'm saying? So you don't gotta feel like, oh, why is this happening, God? Or why is this happening? Then God has nothing to do with why something is happening. You know what I'm saying? God didn't create this universe. You know what I'm saying? We created the universe. So if you understand shit, you better understand the universe for yourself. So you don't gotta feel like, you know what I'm saying, shit is going on for itself and things of that nature. You understand the shit for itself. You know what I'm saying? So whatever starts to happen, you don't gotta think of shit. But you know, I don't want to get too deep in that. I'll probably go deep on y'all tonight. I gotta do some shit right now. So yeah. Jet Spark Star Pilot, nigga, we out in this motherfucker, and you know what I'm saying? And I love and appreciate y'all for watching, and thank y'all for watching, and you know what I'm saying, I'll see y'all another time.